And when I was on Batman, I was doing an issue in 5 weeks.
Were you working on Saturdays and Sundays as well, or just a week?
Like every day. Like I didn't have days off. I still don't have days off.
And if you could do that, would your life be sustainable? Like bills, paying bills and everything? Just doing comics?
It wasn't then. Like it was I was just scraping by. But I believed that if I maintained the course, I'd get like better and better books, so I'd get better royalty checks, I'd get better page rates, and my original art sales, all that would increase, and that would allow me to like be more sustainable. But after Batman, it all, like I thought after that I was gonna be okay, and then that's when it got even worse. This is the Inkpulp podcast. Welcome.
You lost enthusiasm all of a sudden. I started
because
singing with you, and then all of a sudden you started like looking at stuff.
Well, it looks like we're live streaming now, and I'm trying.
Oh shit!
I don't think we are. I didn't hit go live. Hold on, let me stop it and start it. Wait, this is a new fucking Riverside is pissing me off, man.
Well, let's keep all these tries. Let's keep them, okay. And Jamie will do when there's a movie test or something.
Yes,
you have the numbers like beep, 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 the thing.
All right, okay.
So try number 2. Okay, stop again. Yeah, no worries. It's fun. Okay. It's fun. Let's do it. Let's record again.
God damn it. This sucks. All right, hold on.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
and
we did it.
4th time.
We did it.
Sharp.
We did it.
The previous 3 are recorded as well, so
I believe so. They should be. Yeah. Okay. They should all be on the same
awesome.
thing. Here's the fucking thing. Riverside. I don't know if you remember, like a month ago, they changed it, and Eric said, and I noticed this too, it's when you hit record, it said go live, but if you hovered your cursor above that, there was an option to start recording. So that's what I've been doing without going live. But now they changed it again, and you have to turn off the live before you hit record. With a new button that I'd never seen before. So next week, Eric is going to be losing his mind with that one.
Are you trying to say fuck off to Riverside subtly?
No, in fact, this way makes sense. It was the other way they had it made 0 sense. And it was really like a dumb interface. Now it makes sense.
By the way, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm never the host, like the guy who records. So I just, I'm just here and just wait for you guys to press buttons. So
yeah,
I don't know anything. But we should try again the app. Do you think they improved it? Because the first time we tried it, there were problems with the audio.
Maybe it works now because they fixed this, so maybe they fixed the app too. We can try it next time.
How are you, brother?
Oh man, I'm maintaining. How are you doing?
I can tell from your hair. It's lower. It's lower than usual. Normally, you have your.
You know why?
Your
I know. I'm done with it. It's too thin. I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore.
You're entering the team.
Yeah, that's what actually I was going to ask you. Like I've been wondering, like when do you take it down? And I'm like, okay, I have a haircut today, so I'm taking it down.
Well, to me, it was kind of forced because my thing here, it's fucking weird. Like I have a few here, then none here, and then some here. It wasn't even even. Right, if it's even, you can still keep it and fuck it, but. Since it's not even, you have to shave it. I never go to 0 because from what I have to 0, like shave it completely, it might not seem like it, but it changes completely your features. So
I'm sure it does.
I'm not ready to take that step. So far this is the length that I
So today what I'm going to do is I want to take all this down really low and I'm not going to shave this. This is just, I want it like this, but shorter. I don't want it shaved. It's
Yeah,
still
but you
okay.
still have a line. Yeah, yeah. As I told you, like you're not like me. Like I had
Yeah.
spots. Like I had a weird disease or stuff. Like yours are even, you know, so they're not
Right, right,
so
right.
dense anymore. Do you use dense as a term
Yeah,
for
yeah,
hair, or
exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
so? But you still have a decent line, you know, so it's still
Yeah, I
doable.
was noticing because I saw videos of me tattooing, and you could see the top of my head. I was like, "Oh shit, it's done. Like it's I can't spike it up anymore. It's
Well,
done."
plus you still have hair here, right? On
uh,
the back.
it's still there, but it's thin. It's thinner than everywhere else. Yeah.
Well, it's thinner, but it's not gone. I mean,
It's getting there. I don't know. I don't know
uh,
if you can see
we
it.
call it no, you're fine. When in Italy we call it
But
the square.
when I spike it, you can see it much more.
Okay.
That's why I'm not going to spike anymore.
In Italy we call it having the square because it looks like, especially if you still have hair here and
Yeah.
you only
Yeah.
have the bald spot here.
Yeah.
Call it
Oh man, getting old sucks.
So what did you guys manage to record last week?
Yeah, Eric and I recorded one. Yeah, it was good. It was a good one. We talked about
What do
his
you?
Wildstorm days, and
Hmm.
like I was curious with Eric, like cuz he started out, in animation, then he went to comics, and he did comics full time, and he was at Wildstorm, and from what he said, he couldn't maintain a schedule that made sense. So I was wondering if he had any resentment that things went that way, that he couldn't just do comics full time.
Mm.
Because it's something I'm wrestling with now with everything I'm doing, and like I could never get comics to give me a comfortable living financially.
Yeah.
So I'm doing other things to try to make a better living now, and it just at times it like frustrates me. I'm like, why couldn't I make it work? And so I was wondering if he felt that way too, but he's
Yeah.
Eric.
So do you think with your page rate and all, like if you had basically a monthly book, I don't know if you can you sustain a monthly book like
When I
12
was
issues per year?
No, I never could. I never could do 12
Mm.
issues a year. What I could do, and when I was on Batman, I was doing an issue in 5 weeks.
Mm. Well, which
So
since you're inking yourself, it's good.
exactly, and so it wasn't bad. It was just working every single
Yeah.
day. But if the money was good and I could support
Were
myself
Sorry
well,
to
it would have
interrupt.
been fine.
Were
Yeah.
you working on Saturdays and Sundays as well, or just a
Mhm.
week? Okay.
No,
Okay.
a full week, like every day. Like I didn't have
And
days off. I still don't have days
and
off.
and if you could do that, like would your life be sustainable? Like bills, paying bills and everything?
It
Just
wasn't
doing
then.
comics?
The thing was, it wasn't then. Like it was. I was just scraping by.
Mm.
But I believed that if I maintained the course, I'd get like better and better books. So I'd get better royalty checks. I'd get better page rates, and my original art sales. All that would increase, and that would allow me to like be more sustainable. But
Uh,
it after Batman, it all, like I thought after that I was going to be okay, and then that's when it got even worse.
yeah, yeah.
After that,
It's it's so weird. We already talked about it privately, but it's so weird to me to see sometimes like professionals because from an Italian, let's call it an Italian standpoint,
hmm
and I mean you already know what I'm gonna say, but uh basically if you have a monthly book, let's say if you do 8 to 10 issues every year
hmm
with a rate that is not incredible, but it's let's say decent. I don't know, like 350 a page,
yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah.
not
That's what
an
I had on
amazing
Batman.
rate, but
Right,
yeah, okay.
that was my Batman rate.
Uh, In Italy, you would do fine, you know, even counting probably some original art sales, maybe some covers here and there. You'll be fine with that money. And it's
Mm-hmm.
weird how it's kind of not sustainable in the States. Like the price of living is way higher.
Right, but also to bring the other side of that was when I was doing Batman, Steph was working part time only
Mm-hmm.
and at a job that was paying her like next to nothing. So I was like, my money was everything, and I was paying for our health insurance too.
Yeah.
So it was crushing me.
Well, yeah. Remember, yeah, I think that the health insurance is the thing that fucks you the most, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, when you told me how much you're spending basically monthly, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's still crazy. We have insurance, and it's still crazy. It's fucking
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Insurance here is just awful. Healthcare here is awful.
Yeah.
It's impossible. So that's what Eric and I were talking. I was just curious to hear his thoughts on it because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like right now I'm just I can't keep like learning to tattoo, building my website, building my art book, trying to keep up with deadlines. I'm behind on every single thing and I'm
Mm-hmm.
struggling. And it just is like, man, I hate to be 52 and still trying to get my career straight. And that frustrates me at
Yeah, man.
times.
So what's the website situation? Like do you have a date for it to be
August 1st. Yeah, it's
ready?
pretty much ready. I just have to do
Oh,
one
awesome.
more thing.
In a
I
few
mean,
days then.
yeah, it's ready for the general launch. There'll be some things I'm adding to it in the coming
Yeah.
months, but all I have to do now is connect Squarespace to my bank and everything will be okay. So that's just about ready. I'm also building a class with Jake Parker for next year that we're going to teach together on his
That's awesome.
SVS website. So it's a 10-week course, and right now I'm finishing my plans for week 8. So that takes time. Um, Tattooing, I'm spending about 2 days a week in the shop doing tattoos now, and then outside of the shop I have to design the tattoos. And I have a Kickstarter for my new art book coming in November, so that is being put together right now. My designer is almost about done having my PDF ready so I can get quotes, and I've got my snap cards that I'm behind on, and Spawn covers that I'm behind on, and there's other shit too, and then there's having kids and all that on top of all it. It's just a lot, and I'm planning the
Yeah.
trip to Italy. Thank God I need a fucking break, but yeah, it's just I feel exhausted to my core, and I'm just like frustrated.
So I was tattooing. I saw a couple of videos that you posted. You
Dude,
liking
it's
it?
it's yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's challenging, but I that last Captain America I did, I felt like, oh, I'm starting to get a feel for this a little bit, like for
Mm-hmm.
making good lines and working with the machine. And I'm always like it's good for my like wanting to learn new shit because I'm thinking about like, oh, I want to try this needle, and then I want to try that. I want to try shaders and mags and liners, and then there's different types of liners, and I want to try gray inks and black inks. It's just all kinds of shit. It just opens up. So it's fun, but at first, like, the difference between my first one and my fifth one was huge. Like, just in that short amount of time, I learned so much, and I got so much more comfortable. So I'm excited. It's good, but it's
That's
hard.
awesome, man.
I'm not making money at it, and I'm behind on everything. So right now, it's just a big financial crunch. But
Well,
I
it's an
think
investment on the future.
right. So I think like everything I've been building for the past 5 years, from Inkpulp instruction to my website to my art book to learning to tattoo and all this shit, I think next year is going to be very different for me, and I just am looking forward to that because I'm fucking worn out, man.
Yeah, but and it's not like it's different if you're doing a lot of things that are related to the same thing. Like let's
Hmm.
say if you're a comic book artist and you have, a lot of books and a lot of covers and stuff like that to do. But here it's a lot of different things. Like they're
Yeah,
very
yeah,
different from each other. So I think that even making the switch in your brain every time
yeah. It's rough.
must be
It's
hard.
rough,
Yeah.
man. It's very hard. Everything's hard. I mean, like I'm excited about everything I'm doing, but then on the other hand, I'm like, I would really just wish I could have just been doing comics and made a good living and could have some time off and like at this age to be living life a little easier would have been nice, but this is what it is. So I got to let that
Well,
go.
well, soon, your kids are getting older, so they'll be working, and you get
Yeah.
half of what they're getting. That's the deal. You
Oh, is
could
that the
you could
deal?
do that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Is that
Half of
that?
your shit becomes my shit now.
I
Doesn't it
like
work that
that.
way?
I've never heard of that. I'll talk to Zoe today. I'll see what she thinks of that. I'll be like Mattteo said.
Do you agree if we try this new thing that Matteo told me?
Yeah, yeah. Should be like fuck off. And that's the other thing I'm working on is I'm also like getting Zoe's career, helping her get her career off the ground, and Zach's career off the ground. So it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's other that when I say family stuff, like that's another thing I'm doing. So like Zoe's going to be sitting with me at Dragon Con, and we're doing like a sticker sheet, like it's like a sheet of stickers.
Yeah,
And we're going to do Deadpool Wolverine, and she's going to draw some, and I'm going to draw some, and it'll be on one sheet. So that'll be like
that's
her
awesome.
first merch thing to sell. So trying to make time for that. And then Zach is going to be, once I'm up and running at the tattoo shop, he's going to be the apprentice there. So he'll get that going.
That's great, man. Is he still
Yeah.
playing in a
Hmm.
band?
No, no. Oh, dude, he fucked up that band.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
So, yes. So the singer of the band is a girl. And you can see where this is going. The singer of the band is a girl,
Okay.
and she was dating the drummer of the band. And the
Okay.
drummer was kind of like the vision of the band.
Okay.
And then they
How
called.
many components is this band? Like four?
It was four. It was four.
Four. Okay.
And so the bassist was just younger than all of them. She was the younger sister of the singer.
Yeah.
And then there's Zach, who's a guitarist, and he did some singing and songwriting too. Well, because he's on
Here's
stage.
what happened.
Right, he's on stage with the singer. They're like playing with each other. Like back to back. Yeah. And Steph and I were like, oh no, I see where this is going. So we pulled him aside. We're like, look, you've got a really good thing going here. Like, you guys have gigs. This was your dream. You're playing in Atlanta. You got a really good band. You guys are like, don't do a Fleetwood Mac. Do not do a Fleetwood Mac. And he did a Fleetwood Mac, and the band collapsed. He's still with the girl. She's awesome. She's over the house all the time. She's really good. They're a really great couple, and they're very good for each other. But the band is dead because.
But why? Like, what's the? Because in my head it was like, okay, they had a thing, and then they don't have a thing anymore, and now she's pissed, and she left the band or stuff like that.
Oh,
but
no,
they're
no,
still
no.
together.
They are. The drummer is no longer with his girlfriend, who was the singer.
Okay. So okay. I get
So
it now.
the
I get it now.
drummer,
I forgot the first part.
Yeah. So the drummer, and it blew up. We were like, oh man. But at the tattoo shop opening, we had Zach and
Sorry,
her.
Shawn, I gotta stop you for a second. The electrician is calling me, so we can skip this part when we do the whole thing. Just give me a second.
Yeah, Jamie, edit this out.
Right. Shawn, according to my analytics, your thumbnails are one of the highest in demand items on the internet. What have you got to say about that?
Jim, funny you should say that. I have a gift for everyone in the Inkpulp community. A free PDF of some of my thumbnails, as Jim said, which are in high demand. Also, I'm giving you a new home, the home of craft, the official home of the Inkpulp community, inkpulp.tv. A place where you can learn about the craft of comics, engage with the community, receive special offers, and so much more. In order to get your free PDF, head to Inkpulp TV, sign up for the newsletter. This is just the beginning of so many wonderful things to come. Thank you. Keep craft alive. What did you say on the phone? You said buona serata?
Yeah. Have a
is
great
that?
evening. Have a great evening.
Oh, so buonasera is...
Buonasera is when you're encountering something, when you meet someone.
Oh, it's a greeting.
It's a greeting. It's an introduction greeting.
Okay.
And buona serata is when you're leaving. And I wish you have a great evening.
Buona serata.
Yes. Buona giornata is have a nice day. Buona serata, have a nice evening.
So buongiorno is hello.
Have a good night. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Buongiorno is a hello. Good morning, technically.
Right.
And buona giornata is have a nice day.
Buona giornata. Okay.
Are you learning new stuff?
Yeah. Dude, I haven't missed a day. I'm 110 days in on the app.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to do Inkpulp in Italian.
Yeah.
We'll call it a special episode called Polpa d'inchiostro, which means Inkpulp.
Dude, there was so I was at a tattoo conference last weekend. It was like a nerdy focused one, like focused on Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and some comic books and stuff. And there's an artist there from Italy, and not far from Parma.
Oh, a tattoo artist?
Yeah. So she was a big fan of Eddie's, so she came by to buy some prints, and she said she was from Italy. And I was like, "Oh, I'm like, my best friend lives in Parma." She goes, "Oh, I'm very close." And so I made the mistake of like saying something like "piacere," like "nice to meet you." And then she was like, she thought I spoke Italian. She just started going. I was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, fuck. So, yeah.
Well, because it's so rare for us to, it's for an English speaking person. It's so easy to find somebody from another country speaking English.
Right.
But for an Italian, seeing a foreign that can speak Italian is super exciting.
But I want to learn it. I was feeling all confident. I was like, I know some shit. But once conversational Italian came in, I was like, I'm lost. I'm so lost.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. It's I grew up with it, so I don't know, but I have the feeling that it's a kind of difficult language to learn. There's a lot of rules, there's a lot of...
Yeah, I'm learning. I mean, I figure if I just keep going, I'll just get better and better and better.
Are you doing it on purpose for the trip, or were you gonna do it, just...
I just wanted to learn it. I've been wanting to learn Italian for a while. I think it's the most beautiful language out there. And I also was like, it'd be really cool to be able to speak to Mattteo in his language. He speaks to me in my language. It would be really cool. And like I hear like you in New York with Aaliyah and Loli, and I'm like, oh man, I want to be able to have to talk in that.
And also there's another great thing about it, that if you learn like really good, like let's say 4 years from now, you're learning really good. Sometimes we can talk shit about Eric right in
Yeah,
his face.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for that.
And we'll never tell him what we're saying. That's a good thing, because normally we do it just as a joke, but he can understand us. Trying to imagine if he cannot understand us.
Oh, that'll be
We
great.
make him so mad.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. But also, I mean, I would love to move to Italy one day.
Yeah.
And like, so I would, learning it now seems like a good idea.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
since
Absolutely.
I've been traveling there more, and also like, since I've been traveling there, like Jim and I went out for breakfast our last day in Como, and I was able to order everything and do everything in Italian. I mean, it was simple stuff like un caffè, un cornetto cioccolata. Like it was easy little things.
Yeah.
But Jim looked at me and was like, "How do you know Italian?" I was like, "Dude, this is like nothing. Like, it's just I ordered a coffee and a croissant."
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, it does feel good to be able to like just do that. So I was like, I want to learn more.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest with you, like I think, well, there will be the work problem, because I from what I remember, like Stephanie is working now, and she's making good money, right?
Yeah, great money. Yeah.
So not having, but she does a work, she works in person, right? Like her work needs her to be there in person.
Yeah.
So that could be a problem, because you're losing part of your monthly.
Well, we
income.
talk about doing it when she retires. So
okay,
maybe she could retire in 10 years and we could move. And by then, with my tattooing and my comics and all my instruction, all that, I should be making a good living that I could probably support us both.
Yeah, that's a nice plan. Do you think, like, how does it work in the States? Like, when you retire, do you have like a monthly, like a pension or something? Or do you have to do it privately?
You have to do it privately. Some workplaces still offer like you contribute every paycheck and they contribute a little bit, and over time, it's not a pension. It's called a 401k. It's like if I contribute, a couple $100, they'll contribute $100 every paycheck, and over time that builds up. But we haven't been able to build any of that stuff, so that won't matter. It's like when she retires, that'll be that. We've got some investments and stuff, so we do have some of that, but no 401k.
Yeah, I think if you're used to, having to pay the bills that you're talking about, like insurance and all that, and you're able to do that over there in Atlanta, I think that you can be fine. Like, of course, you're probably not going to be able to live in the center, like in Rome, in a huge house in Rome. But, for example, if you live here in Parma, you'll be fine, Yeah. I think it's...
and that's kind of like... Doable. We're going to, like, every trip I go on, I'm kind of like looking like, where would we want to live? And just kind of like... keeping an eye out. I mean, when we were in Como, Eric looked at real estate. It wasn't too bad there. I was kind of surprised. It wasn't expensive.
Yeah, but personally, I wouldn't go and live in Como.
Oh, I don't want to live there. I'm just saying it was surprising.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I remember him and Cassandra telling me, but I wouldn't do that, because like Como is beautiful. But outside Como,
there's nothing there.
No, you
you love Milan, Parma,
but
right? You love Parma,
but and also Parma is really close to a lot of really nice places. You have the mountains, you have the.
I mean,
sea.
I would love, I would love to live near you, and like, because we could still do comics and like have a studio or something. That'd be awesome.
If one of the houses here frees up, I'll let you know.
All right.
Can you believe, like, You're living right here, like behind me.
Dude, that would
Behind
be
this
that
wall.
would be amazing. That would be amazing. But if we move, like if Steph and I move, the kids will probably move too. I mean, they're not going to live with us, but they'll probably move. I mean, if Zach's tattooing, he can figure out how to make that work in Italy, and Zoe will be doing what you and I do, so she can live anywhere.
Do you think they would love to? Have you talked to them? Do you think they would love to live in Italy?
They said if we move there, they probably will too.
Mhm.
But they've never been, so we're going. We're going in 2 months, so I think they're going to fall in love with it, dude. I think I mean, what's not to love? Honestly, what's not to love?
Hey, and you pick a nice area of Italy as well, like Tuscany is.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't
most
wait.
beautiful
Man.
ones.
I can't wait to see Florence. I cannot wait to see Florence.
Speaking of which, I'm back from my vacation. I don't know if you can see from the color in my skin.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah, Matteo's like a lobster right now.
Yeah,
you got some color.
I was. I look redder than I actually am. I'm more like brownish.
It's the camera.
I don't know. It's probably the camera or something.
Yeah.
But we spent 10 days in Sicily.
Yeah. So tell me about that trip. You had a good time?
Man, my vacations have changed drastically.
Because you have a kid.
Yeah. Fuck, man. How long is that gonna be like that?
How old is he now?
Almost 3.
All right. When he is 10, your vacations are going to be awesome.
Fuck, another 7 years?
No, it'll get a little better. Like 5 will be much better than 3.
I was just kidding. Yeah,
5 is better than 3, but 10, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That's great.
Because there are still kids, and
when they're 13, they start being an asshole again. So you have that 3 years window.
Yeah, except honestly, with my kids, we were very lucky. They always liked being with us. So when they were 13 and we went on vacations, we had a great time. Still to this day, we go on vacations and have fun together. Like we're just lucky.
Saw that. You have a great relationship with your kids.
Yeah, we're very lucky with that. Like this Italy trip's gonna be so fun. But now that Zoe's 21 and like we're going to Italy, so Zach will be able to drink. Like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
You'll be all drunk.
That'll be great. But it gets better.
And then the police will put you in jail.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to driving in Italy. I don't know why.
No, it's gonna. I don't know. I think you're gonna be fine.
I think I'll be fine when I'm going from city to city, but when I'm in the cities, I'm a little concerned. Like Luca, I got a hotel in the walls, inside the walls. Shit. Okay. But they said they have parking for 20 euros a day at the hotel, and they gave me directions on how to get to their parking.
Do they give you the permit to get inside the walls?
I'll have to ask.
Yeah, you have to ask because it's not. Normally, it's just for people that live inside the walls. Yeah, but that's not. Well, I wouldn't worry about that because there's no traffic inside because it's only the people that live there.
I'm just worried about like the roads being really tiny and trying to navigate that with a bigger car. And I'm also worried about making a wrong turn and getting a ticket because I'm driving on a road you're not allowed to drive on. That's just Luca.
Well,
and
I think the important thing is, well, as long as you use the GPS, it's not gonna make you a wrong turn.
That's true. That's true. Fine. And then like in Forte dei Marmi, I'm like, is it going to be like these tiny little roads? Like, I just don't know.
No, because you're gonna be you're gonna be close to the sea, so you're gonna be mainly in the main streets that that I don't know how to say it, but in front of the sea, and it's no Forte dei Marmi, you're not gonna have any problem. I guarantee.
All right, okay. Because once we get
that I see you're gonna be having is, which I saw other Americans having problems with it, is the runabouts, because you don't have.
Oh, I have those all over here. Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
I've got on my way to work, I go through 3 of them. And when I lived in
Okay.
New Jersey, they were all over the place.
But the way I saw Americans dealing with those, you look stupid when you
Well,
go in a
honestly,
roundabout.
when people not from here come here and they see these circles, we call them circles. They're just like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, like in Jersey, they were giant circles. You come off the highway into the circle, and
Yeah.
I learned how to navigate those.
Okay. Because Parma is just a huge runabout. Like
Mhm.
everywhere is runabouts. They made it to save money with electricity because
No
you don't need
lights, yeah.
a street lights.
Right.
So we're really used to that. That's why when I go to every time I drive and I go to Milan, it's fucking annoying because they have street lights every 2 meters. Even in the runabouts, they still have 3 street lights in the runabouts,
Nah,
which
really?
make no sense at all.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
nuts. So
But yeah,
so the
I don't think
vacation.
you have to worry about anything
Yeah.
in terms of driving and stuff. The only thing is that if you have a really big car, did you
Yeah, I
rent
have
a
to.
big car?
I had to because there's going to be the 4 of us with our luggage, so I had to get a car that would accommodate that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a SUV, a bit like a bigger SUV.
Okay, then I'm starting to get worried about Luca too.
See, and I don't drive a big car. I hate drive. Steph's got a big car. I hate a big car.
Okay.
I like a
Then
car
let
like you.
Steph drive it and then blame her when she scratches it.
But yeah, it's but now because you're going on vacation now, you have a kid, so now you might understand why when we travel together, I'm so happy because I have no responsibilities. I don't have to pick up a rental car. I don't have to drive a rental car. I don't have everyone telling me I'm hungry. When are we going to eat? Like none of that. It's just I'm good to go.
Well, that's why it's so funny because everybody is how do you say complimenting you on the fact that you organize dinners for everyone.
Mhm.
And in my head, I'm like, I have the feeling that for Shawn, this is nothing.
Oh, that's nothing, dude. That's nothing. Yeah, that's easy. It's getting to be it's getting to be a little harder because like it used to be just like the core, like it'd be like 5 or 6 of us, but now we've made so many friends that like every dinner is like the core, the 4 of us, and then tonight we're gonna have these people and tomorrow night those people, so it's not a big deal, but it does make it a little trickier to set up. But I'm excited to see everyone, so it's fine.
So yeah, going back to the Sicily vacation, it was nice, but right now it's all about our kid. So for the first time, I spent my vacation in a resort.
Mm-hmm.
I probably already spoke about it. So so we spent the vacation on a resort, really nice one. So can't complain about that. But it's still a resort. Like I'm not used to that lifestyle.
Right.
So the good thing that we did is not buy the all inclusive thing. So you're not tied to the resort for eating and stuff. We only had the breakfast. Okay. And other than that, we were free to go wherever we wanted. But the streets there are so bad that everything takes at least 20 to 25 minutes to get. And sometimes like even more. So, you're not always that encouraged to move around. But we did it anyways because, otherwise it would drive us crazy just to stay there. And we met other families because, of course, there's a lot of kids there. So your kid starts making friends with another kid. So you start meeting the parents. And all of them, they had you recognize that because they give you a different kind of bracelet. So we had the gray one, which means, you only get the breakfast. And they had the all inclusive. So every time they were like, oh, so where were you last night? And we're like, oh, we went to this place, this other, small town. It was nice. There was a thing and we had dinner. We're like, oh no, we had to, have dinner here.
Right.
We already paid for everything.
Right.
And it's a buffet dinner. So they
Yeah,
have buffet
yeah,
lunch
yeah.
and buffet dinner, which
Yeah.
it was good food. We had a couple of dinners there,
Hmm.
but I hate buffets.
Yeah, me
Like
too. I
all
don't like
the
them. Dude, in Abu
yeah
Dhabi, I was so tired of that buffet by day 2.
yeah.
Like, I was just like, fuck, man. I don't like buffets
Plus,
either.
it makes me the buffet. I think that it sparks something in a lot of people's brains. They start to become we call it the grasshoppers, and I don't know if it makes sense in English. It means that they start like, if it's a buffet, they're gonna keep bringing new food.
Right,
But
right.
people, it's like it kind of, there's this fear that clicks in people,
Mhm.
so they want to get the most amount of food possible, because in case it ends, like in case other people get it and there's no
Right,
food anymore,
right,
so they start piling up food. So you have basically a layer of appetizers, then 2 main courses, and you see these people like running around with a plate like full with a whole meal. Basically, there's only the dessert missing on top, because otherwise everything would suck. And I'm like, just fucking animal. Just wait. Just grab your,
right, right,
like Bill Barr.
right.
People, just fucking animals.
Animals.
So, just grab your appetizer, just go to your table, just eat it, and then grab something else and just go back. The food is gonna be there. No worries. And just seeing that, even if it's not me, so it's not supposed to be my problem, but seeing it, I'm like, fucking, what are you doing with your life? I don't know what clicks in my brain. I generally am very curious about people. I love people, but that's not a moment in which I love people. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
You do love people, but there are those moments where you go completely the other direction and you've had it.
Oh yeah. And buffets are one of those.
I mean, when we
where,
did the buffet in Abu Dhabi, me and you would go up, we'd get some appetizers, we'd sit down, we'd eat those, then we'd go up, we'd get some pasta, we'd sit down. Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had this resort experience that hopefully I won't have to do. Well, probably the next year we'll probably have to do something similar. Maybe we'll pick a better location, because maybe closer to other cities, so we can visit more.
Right.
Because we weren't expecting that. Like, literally, if you look on Google Maps, the place we were, it was really close to Palermo, which is the main, main city in Italy.
Yeah.
But to get from Palermo to there, in Sicily, yeah. To get from Palermo to there, it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
But if you look at the distance, it was like 80 kilometers, which is like 50 miles. It's not that distant. So we were expecting, okay, a couple of times we're going to go to Palermo, because in my head, it was like, okay, 80 kilometers. It's got to be like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the problem there is the infrastructures, the streets. There's especially one street it's actually like 3 lanes. But it's not a highway. It's a different kind of. It's the state way. I don't know how to describe it in English.
Probably expressway.
Okay, yeah, expressway. Yeah. It's 3 lanes, but the problem is that the lane 1 and 3 are so fucked up at times, because they're they're ruined. The street is not it's not fine. So all of a sudden you see people, they're not respecting plus the lines that delimit the lane. They haven't painted those in years now, so you can't see anything. So you don't understand where you're supposed to be. So there's people constantly crossing left and right, and it's a fucking mess. So basically that part is like 30 kilometers supposed to be doing that in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it takes you, 45 minutes or so.
Oof, oof.
So yeah, in the end, we didn't see Palermo. And
You never made it to Palermo, damn.
well, we landed, so we were there, like we went there just for the airport, but we never visited the city.
And you rented a car?
Yeah, I rented a car. Yeah.
Okay.
And right now with the kid, it's just like the drive. If we were all adults, you can split the drive with we can stop. We can make a couple of stops, and then we get to Palermo by car. But with the kid now, it's impossible. And especially now because we have a direct flight from Parma, and the airport is right like next to my house, basically. And to Palermo, so it was too good of a situation not to take.
That sounds great.
But yeah, we had to basically dedicate ourselves entirely to our kid, which by the way, he was an asshole for the first few days.
Was he? What did he do?
And it was weird because lately he's been good. It's been pretty good. Things were getting better. We were out, at least that's what we thought, of the Terrible 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know why on that vacation, he went back like a few months. And he started being such a fucking dick. I'm sorry to say that because I love him. But my God. And we had to be mean with him. I had to be honest. And mainly me. When I say we, I'm basically saying me.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I had it. Like I had it, and I did two things, one meaner than the other, but I did it.
What'd you do?
So the first one is kind of dumb because I kind of damaged myself more than him. But I don't know why he wasn't up for walking. It was a huge resort. So there was, we had to walk to get places. And I don't know why he didn't want to walk. And this guy is now like 35, almost 40 pounds. So I had to carry him on basically the whole time because Francesca cannot, she can keep him for like 5 minute stops, but then she's done. Right. And at a certain point, for once, we got out of the room and we had literally a 30 seconds walk because we just had to go to the pool, which was super close to our room. Mm-hmm. It literally, it's right there. Mm-hmm. And he didn't want to go by walking. And I was tired. I was like, listen, buddy, it's there. The pool is there. Please walk. And he decided, no, you got to carry me on. Otherwise, I'm not going to move from here. And I tried like 5-6 times. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going back to the room. We're going to be spending the day in the room. Yeah. Which, it mainly sucked for me because I didn't do shit. I didn't have shit to do. The only thing is that the new episode of the House of the Dragon came out. So Francesca and I watched that. And he was like, oh, can I? I was like, no, buddy. You're not going to use this iPad. You just play your things. And by yourself, by the way. We're not going to play with you. Mom and I are going to mind our fucking business, and are going to do the same.
So Francesca had it with him, too. She was fine. Like, yeah, we'll go back to the room. Fuck him.
She was like, she didn't want to. She wanted to be supportive of because our politics is Francesca and I are a team against them. So we don't fight each other.
Yes,
so if I say something or if Francesca says something, I have to respect that. Maybe later I'm going to tell her, hey, I didn't really agree with your choice, but let's, in front of him, we'll always agree.
That's good. That's good.
So she was kind of looking at me like, you're kind of, this decision is kind of dumb, but I'm going to go with it. And she trusted me. And the second one was one night we were walking we're in Cefalu, which is a beautiful town. We're walking by the sea, and there was this guy who was selling balloons, like helium balloons with cartoon characters, and he really likes Bing. Are you familiar?
Mm-mm.
It's a black rabbit. It's for really little kids. It's a cartoon.
Okay.
So he saw that and he wanted it. And so we told him, I told him, okay, I'm going to buy this for you, but we're going to have a deal. If you want it, you got to promise me. You haven't been that good during this vacation so far. You got to do better. Otherwise, this Bing, if I leave it, it flies away. So, are you getting ready? Where I'm getting? Okay. So basically, and he was like, yes, but it's a yes, a 3 years old yes. Like, it means
yes. Give me the balloon. It means give me the balloon.
Yeah. So you bold fucking asshole, give me the balloon, basically. So we buy the balloon, and again, I repeated him. Listen, the moment you start acting out or stuff like that, this balloon flies away. So we go back to the room, blah, blah, blah. We sleep. By the way, this fucking balloon is in the room, so basically it's hanging against the ceiling. So we're sleeping with this fucking black rabbit right on top of us. And then we, at a certain point, okay, and the next morning we wake up, and we had the usual routine. He's got to pee. Now he's not wearing diapers anymore, so he's got to pee. Mm-hmm. We got to do this, wash your face, and blah, blah, blah. He's got creams to put on his body because he has a really delicate skin and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, and he just refuses to go through the routine. And literally, now that he doesn't have diaper, takes, this routine takes 2 minutes, stop. Nothing more than that. It's nothing.
Right.
And then we have to go to breakfast,
Right.
And he's like, no. He doesn't want to leave the bed, but he's not sleeping. He's awake.
Right.
He's just
being an asshole. He's just being an asshole.
Being an asshole, yeah. And I was like, okay, Leah, after like 10 minutes, I'm trying to battle with this little demon. I'm like, Leah, remember last night when I bought you the balloon, the Bing balloon?
Oh, no.
I told you that you have to behave and listen to mom and dad, because otherwise, this balloon, it flies away. And he's like challenging me. So, and it's like, so please, we've been telling you for the last 10 minutes to go to the bathroom, do your thing. He's like, no. And he's like, it's not mad. He's challenging us. Like he's laughing.
Just being an asshole. Yeah.
And not in a nice way. It's not laughing like playful.
No, he's laughing at you. He's laughing at you.
It's like a Joker laugh. Like it's being mean laughing.
Right.
And so I grabbed the balloon, and there's a small window. I was like, okay, so shoot this balloon, go out the window. He's like, no. Then it's simple. Just go to the bathroom, do your thing, and then we go to breakfast. And this balloon stays here. And it's a back and forth. And then I look at mom and I'm like, I'm going to do it. So I put it out in the window. And it's like, no. Like, just go to the bathroom and the balloon comes back to the room. It's not a problem. Like, no. Like, the balloon is going. And again, no. He's going. Last warning. No. Okay. Flip. And just left the balloon. And he cried and screamed for the next 2 hours.
Oh my God.
But it was really mean. It still breaks my heart to think that I did something like that.
That's so hilarious.
But on the other end, I got to be honest. It was not an asshole anymore after that. After that,
it worked.
It was a nice kid. It was a nice kid for the rest of the vacation. So
Lesson learned.
Probably a little trauma that will show up 10 years from now. But
He's in therapy. He's like, I just remembered the balloon.
yeah,
I had to watch it float away. Scarred for life.
No, to be honest with you, it was a small window, so it just saw me leaving the string. So it didn't see the.
Oh,
it just,
okay. Because that would have been traumatic.
Oh yeah,
Watching
seeing it, especially like there's nothing, so you can keep seeing it like flying away and disappearing into the sun. That would be that. Yeah, that would have
really
been way more traumatic. Yeah.
That would have been funny though.
He's just his angry father just grabbing the balloon and putting it out of the window and just coming back with an empty end. So
yeah,
not that bad, right?
Yeah. No. I mean, I think you did the right thing.
Have you never done anything like that with your kids?
I mean, I'm sure I did. I don't remember. I mean, I'm trying to remember what we did. I don't know. I think I like blacked out all the like young childhood shit. But I mean, I remember them being assholes when you need to get somewhere, like you were saying, and they just didn't want to walk. And I remember like you just like picked them up and just like angrily like carry that kid.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I remember seeing a few years ago in an airport, which is usually a pretty stressful place for families.
Oh,
I
God,
remember
yes.
this guy, like, I saw that. I saw my future in there. But he had 2 kids. And the wife and the kids were putting on a tantrum. And he had it.
God, dude.
And he was just walking like 3 steps in front of his family and just saying the most outrageous shit in Italian.
I get
you
it.
know, the blasphemy stuff? Like in a row.
Yeah.
Like, God is this, and fucking this, and right. He had enough. Like, I still remember that moment. And I wonder, like, if I never get there. I never got there. Like, I get nervous, so I'm, like, frustrated. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, but you're still 2 adults and 1 kid. Once it's 2 kids and 2 adults, it can get rough, man.
Yeah. It's I don't know. But probably it was the fact that, we were in a new place, so it got, a little confusing for him not being in his
Sure, he's out of his element. I get it, but you're back now. Congrats on the announcement. You're doing one of the long Halloween final chapters.
Yes, man.
Very, very excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm super excited, and it's I wrote it on social. It's a big honor to me. It's
of course.
They asked me. Jeff Loeb asked me last year to do it, and
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was in Como, right?
In Como, in Como. Yeah. And I was super happy, and it's great to pay homage to Tim. It's
from what I understand, they tried to pick artists that Tim was very fond of their work.
Yeah.
And I know Tim loved your work, and I saw they picked Becky, which I thought was great, and I know Tim's a big fan of Becky's, and I'm really happy to see Dave Johnson coming back and doing interiors.
Oh,
that's
yeah, right.
Be awesome.
Mark Chiarello as well.
Chiarello, it's really really good stuff. I was happy to see it all come together. But that Batman cover you just put out, the
Batman and Robin year 1. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Thanks, man. And I saw the pages. They shared some pages, some interiors with me because, just as a reference for the cover.
Sure.
And man, Creed Sumney, hopefully I'm not butchering his name.
Yeah, that's it.
Jeez. I mean, I've always loved this stuff, but those pages are great. And I think Matt Lopez, I think, is the colorist, who's incredible colorist.
Matt Wilson.
I think is Matt Lopez. Matt Lopez. Matteo's Lopez. I think he's
he's
Brazilian.
Yes.
If you're not Matteo, sorry. I think he's Brazilian, and he colored my the cover that I did as well, and
Mm.
it's always weird to me because when I do the ink washes on covers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love doing it, but on the other hand, I know that it's a pain in the ass for a colorist, and I'm always curious to see the approach that different colorists have
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
ink washes, and he did a great job. So it's
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the cover.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, it looked great. I mean, yeah, and the Two-Face cover looked great too. I love
Yeah,
your take on
it
Two-Face.
was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, hopefully, like I didn't get the script yet, so I didn't manage to start working on the interiors because my issue is the last one, so there's still
Oh,
time.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And how's your
number
book
10.
coming? How's your book coming?
I've started working on the third book, and
Nice.
right now I'm working on a few covers that I usually do every time. I promise myself.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be focused
Why?
on the book. I'm a
What
fucking
covers?
asshole.
Why?
No
Why
wonder
did you take?
why my son is an asshole, right?
Because you're an asshole.
I keep calling him an asshole. Like I think that the moment where he'll go to therapy, he'll use this podcast episodes.
He'll be like,
And you see
week
what he
after
said here?
week.
Yeah.
Week after week, he called me an asshole. I was 3.
Future Aaliyah, when you see this, that loves you will always are. It's just jokes. I mean, you're being an asshole as well, but it's jokes. Yeah?
It's just jokes.
You'll understand when you have a kid, your own, yourself.
Dude, speaking of which, Steph showed me this Brian Callen bit last week about giraffes. Did you ever hear him do that bit?
No, I know that he loves doing the bits about animals, like he studies specific animals and then he throws at you all the infos that he has.
The giraffe was hilarious. You gotta
really?
watch that bit. That was so fucking funny.
Is it on YouTube or something?
She showed it to me on Instagram. It was like
Instagram.
a reel someone posted, but it's fucking hilarious. That guy's so funny.
Yeah, he's great. He's not getting the recognition that he deserves. Well, also that he got in trouble a few years ago with all trial and all that stuff. So probably that damaged him. But even before that, he was, I think, really underrated as a comedian.
Absolutely. Well, I think that what was it? The 10-minute podcast. What was it?
10-minute podcast. Oh,
I think that was one of the funniest things ever made, and everyone on that, Chris D'Elia, Sasso, and Callen, were hilarious. Like that was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen, and I don't think any of those guys are really getting their due because they're so
Chris
funny.
D'Elia, like he got damaged as well by the whole thing that happened to him a few years ago, but he was really big before that. He was getting really, really big.
Yeah, he was getting there. Yeah, that's true.
He's still doing, clubs and stuff. Like his career is not over, but it's not at the level probably that it was before that. Like he was really literally exploding before that.
Yeah,
but he released his new special on his website, Grow or Die. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's great.
I haven't seen it. I want to watch it. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's really good. There's a lot of comedy I gotta see. Actually, I think I saw something. Dan Soder's coming to Atlanta, and he's opening for Jim Jeffries. So I need to text Dan. I might be able to go see that.
Jim Jeffries is one of the few comedians that I had the pleasure to watch live. He came to Italy last year, I think.
Oh,
him
great,
and Louis C.K. are the only ones that toured in Italy, and I think Jim Gaffigan is another one that did, but I didn't have the chance to see him live.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. So book's going well, but you're taking on covers. Can you tell us what covers you're doing? Or
so
is it not?
I did a cover for, by the time this comes out, it'll be announced already, so I think I can talk about it. basically it's for a DC card deck game or
Oh, yeah,
something.
you showed me that. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about that. So that was the Joker Harley you did?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Basically, they're having me do a variant cover for this deck, and I think they're gonna try and crowdfund it because it's licensed work. It's not DC. They're doing
right,
DC.
that's
I'm
what I was
getting
going
the
to ask
approval
you.
from DC, but it's from
Right.
I think Cryptozoic. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
those are the guys that
So
I'm working for.
it's not going to be like a virtual card deck. It's going to be like real cards.
I think so. Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a printed thing. It's an object.
Because when I saw it, I wondered if DC was going to do like what I'm doing at Marvel Snap. I was wondering, oh, are they going to? Is Matteo doing DC's version of that with that card?
No. I can guarantee you 100% because they gave me the template for the thing, and it has the shape of a box, so it's gonna be
Right.
printed.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
100% sure about it. So I
Okay.
did this variant version with Harley and Joker, and then I did a cover for a new. It's a kind of how do you call them when they relaunch DC characters?
For a relaunch.
A relaunch. Yeah, a relaunch.
Yeah.
Exactly what
Yeah.
I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there's a relaunch on a character, so I did the cover for that. And it's actually like I saw the main cover out somewhere. So it's already done. It's a Superman relaunch.
Oh, is that the one Jason Aaron's writing?
I think so. Yeah. It's by Jason
Yeah.
Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah. They announced it.
And
They announced it,
Rafa Sandoval is doing
Yes,
the book,
yes.
I think. So they
Yes.
showed his cover. Yeah. So I did a variant for that,
Nice.
and I'm doing another one of those for another character that they're relaunching. So apparently they're doing it for a
Okay.
lot of characters. I don't know, maybe the whole DC universe. I don't know. So I'm
Who
doing that.
knows?
And I'm doing a cover for a book by Stephanie Phillips
Mm-hmm.
for Distillery,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and then then I'm going back to my book. I'll just wait for the Batman script.
How is it working for Distillery? Are they pretty cool to work for?
Well, right now I'm not talking to them. Stephanie contacted me directly
okay.
through
Okay.
Collie Hamner, who's a good friend of hers.
Right. Yeah.
So
I
she
know they're good
contacted me,
friends.
and we're doing it, and
Okay.
I'm just talking to her and Will Dennis, who's the
Okay.
editor for her book. So that's
Actually, you know what? I gotta show you. I got this pen system. I think you'll like. Jonathan Glapion turned me on. So you get this holder, and then you get these little nibs, and they fit in,
Yeah.
and they have they have flat one, and then when you're traveling, you just put it in that way. But-
so you saved the point.
Right, but also some of them are flat, like the parallel pens, but small.
Yeah.
So I
that's
know you
awesome.
can't see it, but these were fun. I used this on the live show last time. They were fun, but you might like
That's
these.
awesome.
I thought.
What's the brand? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So it's made by Sailor. They're Japanese. The company's called Sailor, and this pen system is called Hokoro. Hocoro.
Awesome. Gotta try them.
Yeah,
Did you order them in the States? Like they're available?
Yes, I actually got it on Amazon of all places. Yeah. So you might be able to find it. I think you can probably find it.
That's awesome. Oh, speaking of Amazon, do you know? Are
Yeah.
you familiar with the affiliates program?
A little bit, not much. Why?
Okay.
Are you thinking about doing it?
Well, I don't know. Like I've heard of it, and I kind of understand. I want to understand more about it.
All right. So
yeah,
from what I understand, is when you become an affiliate, I I guess there's two different things I'm thinking of. One is they send you products to test out, and then you write a review. And then there's another, I think this is the affiliate program where stuff you use, you create an affiliate page. And like, let's say you use this brush and this ink and this paper, and you put them all on your affiliate page on Amazon. If people order it through your link, you get a small percentage of the sale.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna do it with my books. Basically, since on my website there's a page that takes you to Amazon,
Right.
and
right.
all my books. Who's gonna do that with it? But I don't know if it makes sense or not.
I think the main thing about that is you'll have your own space on Amazon, so people can like type in your name, and you'll have your own page with your own shit. I think writers tend to do that, so that might not be bad, but I don't know. I got enough shit to worry about to even dig deep into that. That's more shit to figure out. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel you, dog. All right, brother. We've
All
done
right,
our
man.
hour.
We did it. Yes.
All right, so it's just me and you today. So you can say a nice long goodbye.
All the time in the world.
The Inkpulp podcast.
Hey, Shawn, you ready for this pre-launch?
Is that like a sexual thing?
What? No. The pre-launch page for my Kickstarter book called Defective Comics Presents Savage Street Vigilante.
Yeah, I'm really ready for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because people can hit the link below, sign up to follow the pre-launch page, and then the whole campaign kicks off on October 1st to actually purchase the book. And it's going to be wild, man.
I'm excited.
Sexually excited?
Yes.
I think the people are going to get pretty horny about this.